What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about my John boat. Alright guys, so this is the Tracker Topper 14. It is a 1436 John boat, which means it is 14 feet long and then 36 inches wide across the floor. I think the beam is 52. Floor is 36 though. A lot of people think that the whole width of the boat is 36 when they think about 1436, but no, it's a lot wider at the beam than it is the floor, obviously. Now that's still pretty narrow though. That's pretty narrow. It's not a very wide boat, but there is surprisingly a ton of space in this thing. I've had this boat for a little bit over 2 years now, and I got it because most of the lakes around me are 9.9 restricted or electric motor only restricted lakes. This does great for either one of those applications. I obviously have an electric motor in the front, got the little 9.9 Merc, the 4-stroke. This freaking motor has been it's been incredible. It's been a little workhorse for me. Like I said, I've had this boat for over 2 years now. Haven't had any issues with this motor at all. Just been doing normal maintenance and services and stuff like that to it, and it has just been absolutely, it's just been a tank. It's been a tank. Pushes this boat really freaking good. I've done some other videos on this boat, like around the time when I first got it about 2 years ago. I just want to make another video and just tell you what I've done to this boat and just how it's been over the last 2 years. Like I said, I've had it since 2020. It's just been awesome. Every time I think I want to upgrade this boat, I end up taking this somewhere and it just overperforms. And I don't know. I think even if I do upgrade to a bigger boat, I'm going to keep this boat. Now, honestly, I've kept this thing pretty bare bones. I haven't built a deck or anything like that. In the beginning, I was kind of thinking maybe I'm going to build a deck, but I honestly just love the way it handles now, and I love the speed that I get right now. And when I'm fishing by myself, I'll actually stand right here on this bench. Now, I got really good balance for a guy my size. I kayak fish a lot. I used to kayak fish almost exclusively, so I'm used to smaller boats. But honestly, I don't really have much need for a deck because I can stand here so well, and it works out perfectly. I got a little remote for my trolling motor. This is the Motor Guide XI3. I've had this for, gosh, I don't even know, 5 years now. It used to be on a kayak. Works perfectly for this. It's got a real short shaft, but I made it work. That's why it's kind of mounted a little wonky though, because if I mounted it off the front, right off the front, I wouldn't have had the right length. Like the shaft would have been too short, so I had to mount it like this, which honestly, I kind of like it like this stuff. So a lot of people have asked me why I did it this way. That's honestly the only way. It's the only way I could get the right amount of length so that it performs properly without buying a completely different trolling motor. But yeah, like I said, I'll actually stand like right here. I mean, there's not a ton of space there, and I got big feet, but there's plenty of room for me, honestly. And I have no problem standing there, operating the boat and fishing. Shout out to Cast Cray. She got a little scuffed up on my last trip because I actually had a canoe strapped to this thing and drove it to New York, and yeah, scuffed my decals up a little bit. Gonna have to replace those. Pretty bare bones, no deck, nothing like that. Now, I do have, like I said, I got the Motor Guide XI3 in the front. Got the new Garmin. It's the 93 SV or something like that. I don't have the live scope yet, though. But, I'll probably end up getting it. I don't really think I need it. Transducer for it's right back here. So, I've tried not to drill many holes in this boat. So, I actually just have this mounted with this little bracket. At first, this didn't work out too great because it's almost too long because this boat, there's not much freeboard back here. And, yeah, I've kind of propped it up with this guy, and it works. I made it to New York like this. I've had in pretty rough conditions too on the water. She's done good. It is actually pretty dang stable. Like I said, I will be standing on that bench when I'm fishing. And I've actually had two people where I've stand back here and they stand here. Now, when there's two people, I will sit in the back usually and use the remote from back there. That way we don't have to climb over each other because, there's like I said, it's spacious, but it's not that spacious. But for a John boat, it's pretty good. And I don't want to have to climb over everyone and stuff. So I'll just fish from back there usually. But yeah, what I love about this boat though is it is so freaking fast. Way faster than I was expecting. It's because of the hull design, just because it's flat bottom. Like this is a true 9.9. It's Mercury 4-stroke, 9.9 horsepower. And it'll push this thing dang near 23 miles per hour, just the way it is. I don't even have a jack plate or nothing on this thing, and it'll push this. Just regular prop, it'll push it 23 mile per hour. And I'm sure I'm gonna be overlaying some clips and stuff with this running. I actually just had this boat up at Saranac, pretty decent sized water up in New York, and a storm came through. I had it in some pretty kind of hairy conditions. This boat always overperforms. Now, I'm not saying go take this thing out on Erie, but I've had this on the Ohio River when it got nasty. I mean, I've had her in 3 or 4 footers. And, obviously you got to be cautious, but this thing always overperforms. It always performs better than I think it's going to. I was real nervous taking this boat to Saranac because it gets really windy up there and you get some pretty big nasty white caps and stuff. And I mean, she handled it beautifully. It was incredible. I actually bought this trailer from a friend for like 250 bucks, something like that. And all I did was extend the bunks, you know, like the trailer's too short. It's a jet ski trailer. All I did was extend the bunks, and I've been thinking I was going to upgrade the trailer, but it's done so well, there's no need. One thing that's so appealing about these boats is just like how inexpensive you can get a setup. These are kind of hard to find right now. These Topper 14s are hard to find. I don't think they're even making any more of them. This is a 2019. I bought it back in 2020 used off of an individual, and I think I got it for like 900 bucks or something like that. It's been a freaking absolute tank. One thing I will say that I'm gonna have to replace eventually here is this little extra like transom. It's just like a piece of plywood back here, and the older models didn't even have this, and you know, they were fine, but this is just like a little extra support to keep the transom, because all the transom is marine plywood. So eventually I'll probably have to replace this too, but this is all in good shape. This back here though, I'm probably gonna replace here, probably this winter or something, be like a little winter thing to do. No big deal, easy. You just pull the screws out, make your cuts, put a new piece in. Nothing crazy about that. Going back to why this is such an appealing little boat, it's because of the price. Like you got $900 in the boat, right? My unit, I think I got like a great deal at Cabela's. It has the maps and everything. 93 SV. I got it for like 800 bucks or something like that. The motor guides, I think new were like 700, but I already had that. Motor guide actually gave that to me years ago for some content with kayaks for them. So yeah, shout out the motor guide. And we'll put links in the description to like all this stuff. But yeah, the motor I picked up used for $1,400, which was a freaking steal. It's a 2016 freaking steal. But I mean, you know, you end up and it can go simpler than this. Like, you don't necessarily need the gas motor. You don't necessarily need a motor with spot lock and all that. But you know, also my Garmin's one of the more high-end Garmin's. I'm probably looking at around, like what I have into this, I'm under $4,000 for sure, what I have in this. And for the amount of fun and joy this has provided, it's definitely been worth it. A couple grand, you got a pretty sweet little boat, and you know, that's about the price you're gonna spend on a new kayak. Other than that, the only thing I've really done to it is I've put some decals on it, stuff like that. I got some seat deck back here just to make it a little more comfortable to sit and stuff, and cats actually got to it, which upsets me. But yeah, got the seat deck on there. The gas tank's only 3.5 gallons. Now, one thing about this motor pushing this boat is a 3.5 gallon tank will literally last me like 2 weeks. It uses, every time I go out, it uses like, I don't know, 1/8 of a tank or something, if that. 4 strokes are freaking awesome. This boat doesn't weigh anything. That's one of the reasons, like I said, I haven't decked it, because I like the weight that it's at now, because it's just so fast with this little 9.9. It's just so, it's just incredible. I got some cup holders at the track here. Got another little cup holder up here. I'm actually just using like a little, it's a 12 volt. I think it's like the power, like scooters and stuff is the battery that I'm using for the Garmin. So you gotta go separate. You can't use the same battery to power both, because it'll mess with your trolling motor, will mess with your Garmin. And I learned the hard way. You'll see, like, it just messes the screen up and stuff when you're running the trolling motor. Got some rod holders. I actually one thing I'm gonna do, I think, so I'm gonna get some PVC and make some rod holders and just kind of zip time to these. I think that's gonna be the next move. I'll be able to do like at least 4 more rod holders back here. But yeah, these guys work great for trolling, catfish, and all that good stuff. If you don't want to spend a ton of money and you want to get out and have fun and actually have a boat and not like a kayak or something, 14-foot 1436 John boat, the 1542 or anything even bigger, I mean, you start to get a little pricier once you get in like the Tracker Grizzlies and stuff. But a boat this size, you can do a lot with. You can take it on a lot of different water. I mean, you can still throw this in a small pond if you wanted to. It's good for smaller rivers, and I've even had it on some big water, which, if you know what you're doing, it's really not that crazy. And I don't even have a bilge. I should probably install a bilge, but what I usually use is like a hand bilge. So it actually was raining a lot on my last trip, and just like every hour or so, I would just pump out the back, which it's not hard. You know, the little hand bilge works pretty good, shoots it out quick, and wasn't really an issue. But I might install an electric bilge. That might be the next step on this boat. But yeah, like I said, even if I do upgrade, I'm probably gonna keep this thing just because it's a sweet little boat.